YouTube Slimes, welcome back to another episode of Slay the Princess. In the previous episodes, yeah, we started off really strong, didn't we? Yeah, so this time we will actually start with slaying the princess, like the title suggested of the game, and probably this video as well. Silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
She will lie, she will cheat.
She will cheat.
Yes.
We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't...
So, the dialogues I've already had before. Just a heads up for your YouTube Slimes. If I had dialogue before, I will kind of skip through it and get to like the more newer stuff, so we're not like endlessly long in this like dialogue section, and so I don't have to like continuously drag it out constantly and that kind of stuff. So I'll be like continue to move on with the game, and we'll see what happens. Proceed to the cabin. It is a beautiful little cabin though. It looks very cozy.
The interior of the cabin is a blade.
The blade. Okay. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Enter the basement. We have a blade in hand. Hi-cha!
The basement creaks over her voice.
Who's there?
Wait, this is different. She sounds more aggressive.
She sounds dangerous.
Yes.
It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Basically.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Okay. Continue downstairs.
You're still listening to reason.
Hi.
Walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
I will focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yes. Oh, goddamn. The thing is, to be fair, I really like women with an attitude. Okay, you called me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea.
Why not?
Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
But why should we do that?
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Also, don't mind me, I'm just eating a little bit of candy. A slime's gotta have her nutrition, okay? So don't mind me, I'm just eating candy. Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Oh god.
Step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed.
Yeah.
If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I'm going to end this, I'm sorry, woman. I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Okay.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
God damn.
Shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, The shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
She's strong as hell. Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
True.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Okay.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps,
Fun.
her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Nope.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The end. Chapter 2. The adversary.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay.
Let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie. Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Now we have Voice of the Stubborn. So each time we do a loop and do like certain actions, we get a voice. So at first it was the voice of, I don't know anymore. But anyways, that one was in love with her. And now we have the Voice of the Stubborn, which is like the evil one. I don't know. We'll continue.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure?
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice.
True. Also, I have a feeling that, like, OBS is recording a bit too loud, so let me reduce the volume a little bit. There we go.
The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
We are not clear.
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Proceed into the cabin.
The cabin is tighter
Whoa.
than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door.
There's a wall.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
Wipe the mirror clean.
Reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope that there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
We'll just grab the blade in case she's very aggressive.
Altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
True. Enter the basement. Whoa. Hacha, 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 hacha,
The
hacha.
basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase. Its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend.
That's quite claustrophobic.
Seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
I guess so.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
Watch out, watch out.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
I mean...
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
To be fair, I'm kinda into that. I'm not even gonna lie. But we'll continue. You look different. So you do remember me. So later, princess. Hiya!
With a singular focus, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess.
I think she's stronger this time.
Here we go. Let's make this count. Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
Hacha!
Flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum. Your weapon tightly lodged in
Chaka!
of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard. Pull it out. We'll try a different angle. No, we can do this. Just keep pushing. We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Enlarge the blade and attack it from a different angle. Watch out!
Back on the blade's hilt, doing your best to free it from its sinewed prison. But as you tug the blade free, the princess slams you down onto her knee.
Oh.
It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact. And you find yourself in midair, effortlessly tossed across the room. You hit the floor,
Owie.
ribs complaining painfully, but you can feel the hilt in your grip. You still have your weapon. You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening.
Hacha!
Do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last. This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her. She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
I think so
Do you
too.
think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
Okay.
Princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
Owie.
How disappointing.
Oh boy.
She squeezes.
Oh boy.
Pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull, and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3, The Eye of the Needle. A new one. Well, we tried.
Path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
Excuse me, where are we?
Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it. So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Not challenging us on all the looping. Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning?
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met.
Okay, we've never met.
It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you.
We haven't talked enough about how different this place is. I wouldn't even call these woods. It's like her influence has poured out into the world. What if I don't agree with the plan? What if I'd rather do something else? No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in cabin. We might as well see this through. We approach the cabin.
So long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin.
Music, though.
I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament. No last advice for us? No words of warning?
No words of warning. Alright.
What I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind. I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis.
Yeah, fair.
Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us. Something to chase.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight. More of a glorified tunnel than a building.
Even more claustrophobic.
Stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall. A pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
No.
See, we have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there. Take it.
Approach the mirror.
Try to survive without our steel claw, but you've marked us as easy prey. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You do see it, right?
I see a mirror.
All we see is a damned mirror. This really is just like last time. It smells of nothing, yet it's still there.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff.
Look at our boy's arm.
There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort.
I really like that whenever you move the mouse cursor, it like moves the background as well. It's so cool.
Yeah,
it's like this parallel weird effect.
It's warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters.
Oh damn.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goda, rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
Nah, we'll just raise her up, man. Continue down the basement.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember, every crack and crevice will need to be faster than her. You turn to face what lies.
Oh, sheesh. I mean,
imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face droops.
Why?
There you are. But this time you don't even have that little knife. Do you think this is a joke? Do you need me to break those fragile bones again to remind you how serious this is?
She's bubbling, hot with rage.
Oh, I love her tail.
Close if we want to live. But we'll be able to draw her out of here. She's hungry for us. I know I said this earlier, but I really have to stress how thin of a razor's edge you're on right now.
I know.
We know. The only way out is through the eye of the needle. And we're going to win. We'll need the steel claw. Grab it as we leave. Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap.
That's kinda hot, I'm not even gonna lie, man.
Run.
I'm running.
Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Thank you, that's actually kind of romantic. I'm not even gonna lie, man.
Good.
Yeah, exactly.
You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel.
What a wonderful day.
The door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same?
Steelclaw, now.
It's too late, run for the door.
Continue towards the door, vulnerable and unarmed.
Just how I like to be.
No, I can't let this happen. I can't let her leave with you. And what are you gonna do to stop that?
Close the door.
I don't know. You try the door and oh, what a relief. It's stuck. Bash it open. Please, you can't.
I think you forgot something.
Oh god, she's throwing the knife at me.
You feel the burning pain
Oh.
sharp driving through your back.
Yikes.
It slices its way into your organs until finally it exits out the other side, sticking into the wood of the door with an echoing thunk.
Owie.
She killed us with our own weapon. Great. You needed to take it. We're not dead yet. It's not over till we can't get up again.
Coward. All of this is so wrong. This isn't how things are supposed to be. This is so cold and disappointing.
Your body pinned to the door, you crane your neck to see her final approach.
Huh?
She is enveloped in complete lethality, and there is nothing you can do to stop her. I
Kapuya.
really didn't want it to have to end like this, but your death in here is better than her freedom. See you all next time.
See you next time. Interesting. But next time doesn't come, nor will it ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
Where does she go? Should we try and find her?
Oh wait, it's another version of her that we collected. Basically like a demon version, no?
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay, just trust me, we've been here before, and you always get scared.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Death. Real death. Screw that. This can't be the end. It just can't.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. Okay, don't be scared. Don't jump. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Oh, we're here back again. You're at the cabin. Approach her. Hello.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Okay. Are the same being as before? When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you. Right when I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? What do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? I'm ready to go back. Attack the entity or destroy your body. What do you feel about me?
The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, But they are only perspectives. They are not me.
True.
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Let's see. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one remembers a spark lost in time, and she would stop at nothing to reclaim it. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally remembered what she thought she'd lost.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Okay. When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
That's kind of sweet. Enough about pretension, you're not actually saying anything. I'm ready to go back, attack the entity, or destroy a body. How about we destroy our body? You raise your will to end your life, but as it bursts into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Owie. I tried to kill myself, but I couldn't. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Okay.
The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
Okay. Let's see. Attack the entity. Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Fair enough. I'm sorry. I apologize, I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Oh god, I forgot that it goes now. Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright. Turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Yes.
Do you even know where you're going?
Nope. Okay, fine. You're persistent. I'll go back to the cabin, slay the princess. Blah blah blah. Maybe a slayer. Maybe blah blah. Let's see. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll just continue.
That's strange.
Oh.
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Nah. Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Yes.
Remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
No, that's okay. I don't care, I'm not killing a princess. Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess.
Nah.
And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too, so if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Yes, I did.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
There's no fighting. There's no fighting in this, is there? I have to go in the fire, and if I don't, I fine. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Well, too bad. I'm a slime and I don't have a brain.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Oh no, what's the matter?
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes.
Oh, the music is all distorted.
Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Cabins.
Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Chapter 2, The Stranger. Who's the stranger?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes
No,
sense
they
if you think
haven't.
about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
Voice of the Contrarian, welcome to my mind.
He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
A lie. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now where I'm definitely going to slay the princess. If I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods forever. Stay in the woods forever. And this will probably give me the game over, or just stay, so I'll just do this.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging.
I'm going to kill the princess.
A warning.
Oh boy.
You go any further.
You will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
That is true.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Proceed into the cabin. How does the princess Oh, whoa.
Wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
That is a beautiful, pristine blade, though.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Very true.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, when everything here is so wrong.
That's fine.
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
I'm perfectly calm, actually.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
I want the princess to see this stuff, man. This is crazy.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Let me save real quick. There we go. Such an odd save.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine.
Deep breaths.
Good. Now, when
In through the nose and out through the mouth.
waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
The narrator does need a wall.
What about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin, but there was a mirror, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Someday we'll find out. Enter the basement. We don't need the
The
knife.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
Interesting.
Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you
Interesting.
examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Ooh.
Hello? Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No.
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't.
She's probably hot.
Let's just turn around and leave.
Nah.
This feels wrong. This feels like a trap.
It's not a trap.
Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
We're not gonna die.
We don't even have a weapon.
It's fine.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
True. Take the harsh staircase to the left. Take the soft staircase to the right. Take the center staircase. Let's just go with the center.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any.
It's like if I'm in a spine.
You on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. One foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
Yeah.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal.
Whoa.
Skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Hi. Your eyes are very glowy.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
At bats.
You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here.
And yet here you are. How strange. Do you remember anything at all? Do you know why you're here? Do you know me?
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face.
Another form.
She's so
Again.
blank. I have no idea who she is. Isn't that fun? A new puzzle for us to take apart. If she's keeping her cards close to her chest, it's because she wants to deceive you.
It's okay. Don't worry. Sometimes I get lost here too.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures.
Okay.
Where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time?
We died.
Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
There's more of you now. What's your name? Getting down here was weird. I feel like I'm pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here? You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent here to slay you. I'm getting you out of here. Try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement. Retrieve the blade. These are one option? Interesting. What's your name?
Princess.
That's not true.
You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
There's more of you now.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are.
It's
How would we
fine.
even do that? Where would we start? We could always start by retrieving the blade. Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs. Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it. I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Nah. Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and being put together again. Do you know what happened to me?
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
True.
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
I'm sorry. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here?
Is this a quiz? If you're here, then surely you know why I'm here. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it. Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster. And the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
That sounds pretty wholesome.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it.
This episode is taking a bit longer than expected. I apologize.
The reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
I can't choose 3 different things. I can just do this.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
That is very confusing for my porcelain brain.
You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to perish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces.
Oh,
It's all so uncomfortable.
I'm sorry.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Fix us?
I can try.
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
I'll do my best. Okay, and there she goes. Interesting. The illusion of choice. When everything is possible, nothing is. But you'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
The voices feel small, distant, as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. The decay, you've withered. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her. Hi, sorry about last time.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No, I don't. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what it says about me. No, really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. No opinion, one way or another, on the matter. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me, and I hate it, and I think I hate you. If anything, it makes me like you more.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? What do you think of the vessel? Enough with all the pretension. You're not actually saying anything. You know that one will kill you. Do you know what happens to the world we leave behind? If you figured out what we're finished. Next time, bring you. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. And we're back to chapter 1. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods. And
And at the end of the path is a cabin. And in the basement of the cabin is a princess. YouTube slimes, I'm going to end this episode right here. Yeah, this has been going on for longer than I expected, so I apologize for that. But anyways, thank you all slimes for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I will see you all in the next episode. Take good care now. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye for now. Mwah, 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 mwah.